Good day, my friends. Took a little break from Instagram for a week or so, and then just like a little detox, right? Always need to detox ourselves, just almost like a fasting, because this Instagram, this social media is a big addiction to all of us. And what I found out is that we're all trying to be so important. That's the thing in life with this social media. How many likes do we get? How many followers do we get? All this, it becomes an addiction to be important. And from my life, it's a little bit difficult when you kind of were important doing something that you love to do, not trying to be important, but it just happened. And then when you have to take a step away from it, from retirement or stuff like that, or even my case now, just not be on the ride motocross and not being as physical as I used to be, there's some holes in you. And sometimes looking at this social media, this Instagram creates a lot more kind of comparison, judgment, and yourself and others. And so when there's a little bit of hole in you and you can't do the things you used to do, and then you see all your friends and seeing everybody doing it, it kind of raises a little bit of an uneasy feeling in you. So whatever you're attached to, you're going to compare yourself to, and you're going to judge yourself or others from what they do. So I recommend everybody maybe taking a break from it for a week and just see what comes about it. After about a couple days, I didn't even miss it. It's like, man, do I even have to go back onto it? But when I go around to supercrosses and I go around things like that, and everybody, says, man, I love your Instagram. I love your Instagram. It's kind of funny to me because, I just do it for fun, and I like to poke fun of things and what's going on in this world. So just something I wanted to put out there for you guys to recognize, because we can get lost in that. For me, I only do Instagram. I don't do Twitter, TikTok, whatever the fuck it is, Facebook or whatever it is now, Meta or whatever it is, and then Snapchat. I don't do anything like that. So just Instagram, because I like to share. I like to share my thoughts. I like to share my lifestyle and then the experience I have from racing, and the way that I've set kind of my routine up and my lifestyle to be able to maybe make one little difference in somebody, and for me, I don't give a shit. You can put it in your pocket or you can throw it in the trash with what I have to say. But I don't know, it was just something I wanted to do, something I needed to do for myself, and I recommend it for everybody else, especially the women, always trying to show how beautiful you are, how this you are, and then you always got to keep up with that. It's the same thing with being an athlete and whatever else. You always have to do the next extreme thing. I got to go on a bigger bike ride. I got to lift more weights. I got to do a bigger whip. I got to ride all these different motorcycles. I got to travel to all these places. But in between that, you're just showing your extraordinary part of life, and then you're back to yourself. We can get on Instagram and we can share, we can promote, we can show off. But when that's done, you're back at yourself again. And then you're looking for the next place to take that picture. You're looking for the next outfit to wear. You're looking for the next extraordinary thing you did to show off, and you get lost in it. You get completely lost in it. And then another thing I figured out is I started watching these little things right here called my hands. And remember, whatever your hands grab for, whenever you're lonely, you're bored, you're depressed, whatever it is, fearful, well, there's your addiction. And we don't realize that social media is our addiction. And so, yes, I use it. Yes, I look at it. It'd be good to kind of just delete everybody, not because I don't like anybody, but then I have no means to just sit there and stare at it, right? I can share what I want to share, talk about what I want to talk about, but then I leave it there. So, I don't know, just something that came up in my mind, and something that maybe we don't recognize, and something that we use to fill our time and to try to make ourselves look important. That's one of the weaknesses in humanity, is trying to be important, because you're not fucking important at all. You know, that bird, that dog, that pig, those chickens are just as important to this life as I am. Actually, they're more important because they can give you food, they can give you entertainment, they can give you companionship, and, you know, people just think that they're just dumb animals. The sun, the clouds, the wind, the temperatures, the mountains, the rocks, they're all here for a reason. But we think we're above it all and think we're so important. So that's what's happening with social media. It's given a platform for everybody to try to be important, but we're not really important. So maybe something just to resonate with you guys. I would say maybe take a little detox for a week and see if you truly miss it. See if you truly need it. See if it's something that just became a habit. You know, I'm bored, I get on there and I just scroll and you know, I'm not pointing fingers because, you know, I do it too. But now I recognize it, and I'm going to be more aware of just sitting on something just to pass time. You know, if I have something to say, something to share, something to get across, well then yeah, cool. But just to stare at everybody and also recognize, you know, the person that's going to ride a bicycle, he's going to promote about a bicycle. A person that is just showing off how good looking she is, well, next Instagram is just how good looking she thinks she is. You know, the guy on the motorcycle, look how fast I went, look at the big whip I did, look at the big jump I did. It's just the next. You're never really truly satisfied. So I don't know, something I want to share with you guys. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody has a smile on their face. The sun is shining here in Southern California, and you know, what you put in is what you get out, right? How you do anything is how you do everything. So be aware of what you do. Peace, my friends. Got a little birdie in the back. Hey, birdie, where'd you go? Oh well, see you later.